So if we lose muscle mass, that's not what we want.
Nice.
Good morning, everyone. It is Monday and I am so excited to do a day in the life. It has been such a long time since we've done an updated one of these and a lot has changed. Clearly, number one is this apartment. I'll have to do an apartment tour soon because I was painstakingly diving through Pinterest trying to put all of this together, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. And look at the water behind us. So lots of life has changed, and today is a Monday, so I'm going to be walking you through what a typical Monday looks like. Number one is training. Number two is client check-ins. I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes of my client check-ins, what I do, how I think, what kind of adjustments I make, what kind of clients I serve, all of that. And then we also have a sales huddle tonight. Sales huddles on Monday where we're reviewing last week. We're setting goals for the upcoming week, and it just happens to be the end of the month, so we're talking about monthly wrap up and plans for the next month. So lots of big stuff today. But first, breakfast. I did my whole face. In my life update, I showed you an overview of my makeup routine, so you guys have already seen this, but we have a new breakfast. If you guys know, you know, I was eating pretty much the same thing for breakfast for the last like 3+ years of my life, and we finally have graduated from pre-workout oats and into something savory. So this is what I'm obsessed with right now. So here we are. It's literally not aesthetic at all, but it tastes so good. So this is a buckwheat English muffin, actually, and it has 2 soft boiled eggs on top. It took me a minute to perfect that, but we got an egg cooker and we finally worked out the timing and the fluid and all of that, so they come out perfect. A little bit of cottage cheese, Crazy Jane's mixed up salt. This is something that my mom taught me about when I was growing up. Well, I actually think it came from my grandma, and it is just so freaking good. You can get it at any basic grocery store. And sriracha on top. I also added sweet potato on the side because I need a little bit more carbs because we are training heavy today. All right, welcome to my pharmacy. What I've started since I updated you guys last is that I did start peptides. Since working with my new coach, he's really into health optimization, and I have noticed such a difference since I started taking a little bit of a stack. So right now I'm currently taking a combination of glutathione, NAD, and C-Max. C-Max is for supporting dopamine, and NAD is for overall resilience, mitochondrial health. Glutathione is for my liver. I also do take a little bit of testosterone to optimize my testosterone levels. They've always kind of run on the lower side of things, and I do notice a difference in my strength, my energy, even my ability to build muscle with a normal, healthy amount of testosterone in my system. And then I also am doing MOTS-C, and MOTS-C does support insulin sensitivity, also supports AMPK, so it helps me get more jacked and shredded. So me and my 4 needles, I'm going to inject myself and then we'll go to the gym.
Man. Good boy.
He hit you with that silent meow.
Good boy.
probably like 30 minutes ago at this point, honestly, and freaking so hungry, but we had no rice made. So luckily we have the Instant Pot. It takes 12 minutes to make rice and it's absolutely amazing. I royally fuck up rice. I don't know how to make it in a rice cooker or in a pot or anything but the Instant Pot. So fresh rice for the day, really happy about that. And I have a pretty hefty serving of it right now because I am in a growing phase. So we're throwing back carbs right now. What we got going on for our post-workout meal is some Greek vegetables. This is a blend of peppers, zucchini, red onion, black olives, rice, barramundi, salt, and then I like barbecue sauce a lot, so we just have a royal crap ton of it. Yeah, I completely agree. I also wanted to get more intentional with weaving in like personal stuff, personal branding stuff. I'm not sure if I want to go hard on like the outfit side of things like Chad. I think it's always cool to like do a photo dump and things like that, but some topics that I do enjoy are just like, I like reading and talking about books. I do love like makeup, skincare, beauty, that kind of a thing. So just anything that we see and think of, it might not have to be like one of our dedicated posts, but just kind of like bouncing around ideas so that they can know the holistic person.
Yeah, I'll have a look through the fan board and I'll see which we can swap out.
Perfect.
Perfect. All good. Have a good day, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.
See you later. Bye.
Sweet. So now ask me any questions that you feel like you need to go and crush this and be successful on your own.
What was the question that I asked you last week? I think it was about how to make those macro cuts during the deficit. So you already told me to make a pretty significant one at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So my last one was like, it was 10 grams of fat and 20 carbs.
Right.
It was like...
That told my entire comeback / life story and like documented the...
I'm gonna go back over
there.
Yeah,
like
this
actually looks nice. All the stuff that I was experiencing. So like they're super valuable videos. So yeah, I'm excited for people to catch those when the audience grows. All right, so briefly, what happened?
So for the KISS RX side of things.
Great. I'm just saying, don't let them know about any downsell. Absolutely, we're not talking about that because
you could literally walk through an entire cornfield and find one red flower to talk about, and that's exactly what you're doing right now. You're missing the entirety of the whole conversation.
I'm just letting you know we're never, ever going to do that because in order for them to continue getting access to the KISS RX thing, they need to be a client. They cannot fall off the program and still access that. I'm not going to allow it because if one person does that, then a second person's going to know, then a third person's going to know. Then all of a sudden retention dips because they understand, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I need to make sure that that point drives home very clearly.
Yeah.
Now continue.
So we need to figure out if we have a call with Tony right this second.
So you and Annie don't need to do one-off reads anymore.
It wouldn't be as in-depth as what we do.
Okay.
They can do things with the medical staff, and we could automatically bake labs into our prices at the full price pointed rate. But I do believe that at this point, if people are going to get labs, they need to pay more for our time and to have access to that medical
I agree, because it's insane what they're getting, which is, again, why we're increasing rates at the end of this month. But like I said, the marketing plan for this month is to keep talking about everything that we're adding into the program and say, this is the last month that you can get in and access all of this before we increase rates. Mm-hmm. And so that all month we need to talk about these upgrades, integrations, and say that we're increasing rates. How soon can we get started with them?
Even for people inside of our current program, I don't think that we should upgrade them and have automatic access to labs. I think that we could do a grandfathered rate, and that's an internal upsell that we can do this month to clients and be like, hey, at the end of this month, this is something that we're going to add on. If you want something, we're going to have a disgustingly low grandfathered rate for you. You can have access to it.
I don't even want to do that. I think that every client inside of our container deserves all access to this, because at that point moving forward, it's just silly not to stay in this container forever. It's like, hey guys, we charge $10K. We charge $10K for the program, and you get all of this right now, you're paying $5 for it, so you better never leave.
Yeah.
I never want to increase rates on a current client. I'm totally against that. Retention means they grandfather in. And so, yes, they get access to all of it, which is absurdly insane. And why would they go anywhere else? Because if they go anywhere else that has this, they're going to pay triple the price.